This is a review of Kiwi Underglazes, all 50 colors. These were done on B-Mix, and there are 3 different test samples. There is one test sample that has 3 different layers of each color on 2 different types of glazes, clear glazes. And then again, one was done on greenware, one was done on bisqueware, and then another test was done on both. On the greenware, this is what the underglazes start to look like. They look a little faded, a little washed out. These would probably be very good with watercolor, if you wanted to do watercolor. The nice thing is that the purples still came out really, really good. Now, all of these pieces are for the greenware. Those are fired at cone 06. And for the final glaze color, which is what this is, the really vibrant test samples, this was done at cone 10. So it was important for me to find color that would not fade away. And I was really, really happy with how the purples turned out. They actually turned out a lot better looking than the Kiwi samples on the website. The purples were really a little bit more washed out at cone 10 from the Kiwi website. But overall, these colors came out really good. There's a little bit of clear glaze that makes it a little cloudy, but you can see how the colors like really popped out. Again, this is 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers, and it looks like the second and third layers turned out pretty similar. This is on Hensley clear glaze, so these were, once they were painted, then the clear glaze went on. So this was Hensley, this is Shaner. You can see with the Shaner, you can see the colors are still just as vibrant. And then to show you on the greenware, to get up close on the greenware, this would be really good for watercolor effect. There's definitely more of a difference on the 3 layers than on the bisqueware. And there is more cloudiness in the clear glaze. But overall, the samples turned out really, really beautiful. And then over here, these were also the same thing, only, so it's 2 different two different clear glazes, Hensley and Shaner, fired at cone 10, final fire. These were done, so the colors, like 1 good layer was done on the greenware, followed by another color, another layer on the bisqueware of that same color. So you can see these really, really pop. This is not like 3 layers. This is 1 nice thick layer on the greenware, then it was fired, and then another color, the same color over it. I also used, for the first time, I used a pen, like a little applicator. So I wrote in the black. So this is the Kiwi black. But you can see just how beautiful the colors and how bright and vibrant these colors are. These numbers for the colors, these are based on the color chart that Kiwi has. So I just numbered, in order for me to keep everything straight, because I made a lot of pieces. In order to keep it all straight, I just numbered all the colors based on the color chart with black and white at the very end. So that's what the numbers represent. It's just a way for me to keep track of all the test pieces and the colors. But you can see these really, really turned out good. And I have 3 pieces here. These 3 pieces were done before I got the test samples back from the kiln. So these were applied before I even knew what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm getting there. This was a mushroom design I was attempting to do. I really like kind of how it turned out. My only complaint is that there is some clouding, and because I did not have the test samples back, I didn't know if the color that I was using, this was Sangria Red, I think it's called Sangria Red. I didn't know if the color that I was using was the right pop of color. Evidently it wasn't, but this type of application, I would easily do it again. And I would probably play around with the white to see if I could get the white spots to pop out. My only concern that I don't like is I don't like the cloudiness from the clear glaze. All three of these pieces had Shaner. They did not have Hensley. And next time I do this particular application, I'm not going to use Shaner, I'm going to use Hensley. And the reason behind that is this galaxy inspired piece was layered with black underglaze, but you can see all the pitting that happened. And I think the pitting happened because of the Shaner. I could be wrong, but I'm going to try this again. The other thing I didn't like is the colors of the nebula did not blend as well as I had hoped, but that's on me because, like I said, I really didn't know what I was doing. But it's a really cool piece, except for the pitting. But this is what the black, all of these colors on these three pieces, they are all Kiwi colors. And these colors were put on greenware first, then it was fired, and then another layer on the bisqueware. So that's how these turned out. Again, before I had the Kiwi test samples done, because I could probably have skipped the greenware step and just gone straight to the bisqueware. This was a fun little piece that I probably will never do again. It's an applique, monarch butterfly, and I did two different complementary colors. This one had a little bit of an ombre with two different oranges, and then the solid blue on the outside. Again, because I used Shaner, there's this pitting that happened in the black, specifically the black, not really much of the other color. So I don't like the applique. I don't like how it turned out. It's not my cup of joe, but maybe it's someone else's. But yeah, the pitting, I definitely don't like the pitting, but you can see the blue. There is a little bit of brush strokes. You can see some of the brush strokes, which is not a problem. But if you're looking for like a purely solid color, I don't have enough experience to, yeah, I don't have enough experience yet. But these are the three pieces. These are all done with Kiwi Underglazes, and I am definitely looking forward to using more Kiwi in the future.